So as I described in my last discussion post, I am temporarily overseeing the fitness floor staff at the SRC. I feel it's fitting necessary rather to use the same experience because it is so relevant to the discussions that we're having in this course. The leadership style of the previous supervisor compared to mine is a lot different, which is why I feel like some of these topics are evident in this example, or evident in these examples. When the transition happened, I called an immediate staff meeting to discuss my expectations with the staff as a supervisor and what I expected of the position, its role, their performance, etc. I wouldn't have considered this act fearless until reading the material in the module, but I determined goals by stating my expectations for customer service, and then asked my staff to give examples of how they can achieve my expectations, which mostly are providing exceptional customer service. I communicated my expectations verbally, and then I also had written out or a handout for each employee to sign stating what the expectations and responsibilities of the job were. It's been a learning process for me, certainly, and I've had to take a step back and evaluate some things, especially once I realized that I had made the mistake of assuming the staff knew what the exceptions were, because they had not changed. However, there was a different way of enforcing the expectations, or lack of enforcing the expectations. When our department has a disciplinary system in place for when expectations are not met, and so I follow those, but then I also personally address the employee who's not meeting the expectations to clear up any confusion, or if they have any questions about the procedures or expectations. Question 2. My 3 takeaway points about being fearless are: set your standards high and hold others accountable. So lead by example. If you don't set your standards high, then you're doing no favor to your followers. And in order to hold others accountable, you must first hold yourself accountable and to your high standards, and like I said, lead by example. 2, be confident and clear in setting your expectations. So fearless leaders can communicate clearly with all types of communication, and followers, and they must motivate them and lead them to achieve the goals, a similar goal. And 3, don't be afraid to make a mistake or take a step back and listen and evaluate. Fearless leaders, I feel like, are not afraid to accept constructive feedback and then change or adjust in order to better lead a group. 3 specific behaviors I could implement to my next leadership experience. I would say provide the benefits of the job. So when you define the transferable skills gained by working toward meeting the job expectations, followers are able to understand and appreciate maybe why there are high standards set. 2, continue to communicate using multiple forms of communication. So like I mentioned in the previous example, I verbally stated the expectations, but then I also provided a list of them for them to read as well. And then I finally ask for feedback and be readily available to my followers to answer any questions or concerns that they have.